Good morning, YouTube pipe community. My name's Eric, and I go by addamsruspipe, and this is my first, I guess, introductory video out there. Was not how I planned on doing it, but been sitting here in the hospital for a week with my youngest, and eventually you reach a point where you're tired and you need something else to do. And I reached that point several days ago. So figured I would go ahead and do an introductory video and put this out there, see how that goes, and do some more in the future as well. So I've been pipe smoking for about 3 years now. Started off when found my wife's dad's old Savinelli in a box, and it was just so incredibly cool. I did some research on it, went to my local brick and mortar, picked up some tobacco, and have been smoking ever since. Big things for me is I enjoy smoking a variety of different blends, and I enjoy picking up estate pipes and restoring and refurbishing them. Keep the ones I like and pass on the others to brick and mortars or try and sell them on eBay. So that's kind of my side of things. I really do enjoy it. Now, in regards to my channel, really hadn't thought much about what it was going to be about. You know, I think I'm likely to share the blends that I like. And I am by no means an expert. I know what I like, but I'm not one that can tell you, the variety of it has X amount of Latakia or Perique, X amount of Virginias, Black Cavendish. I just know what I like. So I'll definitely be happy to share those with you. I'm probably about 70% aromatics, 30% mix of other things. So hopefully my next video I can actually be smoking something in a pipe, working on a pipe, and can share that kind of stuff. Because the other thing I really do enjoy is picking up estate pipes, either from local antique stores, Craigslist, or off eBay. So, that tends to be my big thing. Now, still in the hospital here, but I was able to ask my wife, and she brought in a Yabo for me that I got off eBay. So figure I'll start off right there. In my experience, there tends to be 4 kinds of sellers on eBay. You've got the people who know a lot about pipes, do the work to get the pipes back up there so they're good to smoke again. Then you've got people who may not know a lot about pipes, but they at least put accurate pictures, accurate descriptions, happy to take refunds, answer questions that you might have. That's the second type. Third type are people who don't know anything about pipes and don't care about pipes. They just happen to stumble across some, so they're putting them up there on eBay to sell. Those kind of sellers are all right because they'll answer your questions and you can get some decent stuff out of that. Then there's the fourth kind, where whether they know pipes or don't, they don't tend to care. They Photoshop their pictures. If what you get matches a description, you might be lucky about it. It just tends to vary. So, important thing about picking up pipes off eBay is due diligence. Okay, you carefully look at the pictures. If you have questions, you send off an email and you ask for additional pictures or additional details. That's the number one thing to get you something good to work on that's what you like. Now, at the same time, hopefully you're going to find that there are some sellers that are simply more reliable, know more, and you always get what you want. And that's something for you to find. I've got a couple that for me, they're my regulars. I always check out what they've got, and I pick up regular pipes from them and never had any problems. At the same token, there are some out there where they picked up some pipes from Grandpa's old drawer, and they're a good deal to get. As long as you do your due diligence, you can get something pretty nice for a good price. So here's my Yabo I got on there. Already opened it up and took a look. In this case, this was kind of the third category. Person who sells things on eBay, doesn't really have much pipes, but I'm guessing just picked it up somewhere, put up some pictures, and I was just looking for some pipes to work on refurbishing, playing around with, trying some different things. And based on the pictures and with shipping, I paid 12 bucks for 2 pipes. I was like, okay, I'll give this a try. So here's the first one. There we go. As you can see, it's not a big pipe, but it looks pretty nice. Okay, now here's what I've determined. So it is, can't tell if you can't actually see it inside, but the stem does not belong to the stummel. Okay, the stem is in, if you can see, okay, it's got a little crown on there. That is a Earl of Essex stem, and the stummel says Golden Briar. Couldn't find anything about Golden Briar, but I was able to track down the crown to Earl of Essex stem. So somebody put this on there to make a complete pipe. Of course, here's the interesting part. It's got a stinger on it, and the stinger is so long it goes all the way into the bowl. So this will be one where I'm going to have to take care of getting rid of the stinger to make it a smokable pipe. And it's going to need to be reamed out on the inside. The rim is charred, need to be cleaned up. It's got 2 significant fills on the bottom, which once I sand it down will show up a lot more. But since I'm looking at restaining it a darker color, that'll kind of take care of that. And hopefully I'll end up with a nice good smoker out of there. Now whether I keep it or not, or sell it off, I'll have to see. Just depends on how it smokes and how firmly it comes back together. So that's kind of my first one. Now the second one was the primary reason for purchasing this lot. If I can get it out of the bag, in that it is a KBB Rocky Briar 1540. Okay, so what that means is we're looking at a pre-1936 KBB, which is the company that eventually became K. Woody. It's got the KBB in the shamrock on the stem. Fortunately, my camera's not the greatest, so you can't really see that. So we're talking about a really old aged briar. Okay, doesn't look horrible. The issue on this one is someone tried to do some work to it already. I'm guessing something happened on the shank, and they actually topped the shank. I'm guessing they took off maybe a ½ centimeter or a centimeter on it and didn't do a great job on it. So I'm going to have to clean up the shank, clean up the end, and then the stem has got some nice teeth chatter on it that'll have to be cleaned up. But you're talking about almost a 90-year-old briar, so that's really well aged, nice short pipe. So this should smoke very nicely and look great once it's cleaned up. So this will be one of my projects that I'll work on while smoking some good tobacco. Hopefully, I just recently made a trade where I traded, and I know there are people who are going to hate me for this, a tin of 2-year-old Penzance for 3 tins of Cult Blood Red Moon and Monte Dulce. I've tried Penzance before and honestly didn't do anything for me. And I hung on to it for a while and just decided I wanted something else. I'd heard great things about these other aromatics at my pipe club meetings, and decided I really wanted to try it. So went ahead and made the trade. Hopefully I'll have those in here shortly, and maybe I can be smoking some next time I make my next video. So as I do some work on these, I'll try and show some of that work. Depends on how well I can get the camera to work. That's always a fun and exciting thing for those of us that are less than tech ability wise. So we'll see how that goes. But hopefully it'll be enjoyable to whoever wants to watch, and put your comments, anything of that nature. Happy to answer, share whatever I know. So have fun, YouTube pipe community out there, and I'll see you next time. Bye.